Today, there are over 1.4 million people with disabilities that live in Israel, about 17% of the population. Now, over 700,000 of these people are of working age, but finding employment isn't always so simple for them. Joining us now is attorney Michal Feinberg, an expert in labor law and a partner at Feinberg CO. And she's here to tell us about how Israeli law plans on changing that. Thank you so much for coming in. So let's
be here.
Thank you. So let's begin with kind of just talking about what qualifies as a disability in the first place.
First of all, the Equal Rights to People with Disability Act determines that employers should not discriminate an employee or candidate based on his disability in hiring, in promotion, in working conditions, and in termination, and also in social benefits. But this obligation not to discriminate is as long as the employee or candidate are qualified for the job. As you asked, the definition of a disability is very broad according to the law. The law defines a person with disability as a person with either physical or mental disability, whether it is permanent or temporary, due to which his functioning is substantially limited in one or more of the major life aspects. So it's a very broad definition.
Right. So and there is law, like you said, that exists right now to deal with the employment of people with disabilities, but there's now a new extension order. So tell us about that.
The extension order actually obliges companies or entities that employs more than 100 people to employ 3% of its workforce with disabled employees.
Interesting.
And also the employer, according to this extension order, should appoint a person who is responsible for the employment of people with disability in the workplace. So the major goal is to promote affirmative action in the workplace, which means to issue a program of promoting those candidates or employees who have disabilities. For example, employers can get in touch with different placement organizations and associations specializes in this area.
Very interesting. Well, Michal, thank you so much for joining us and telling us about this. It's obviously a very important issue, and it's good to see that Israel is, creating some legislation to actually deal with this. And as an expert in labor law, I'm sure you're going to be dealing with a lot of cases like this. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.